see. Your position is unenviable indeed. However, I must deny your request.
Pray reconsider. There is too much at stake here to make a decision in haste.
The future of House Wolfort rests on your shoulders. We sheltered your people in their time of need, a favor we now ask you to return in kind.
We owe House Wolfort our lives, 'tis true, and I appreciate your candor. But to return to Hyzant would be to spell our doom. I cannot ask the others to make such a sacrifice.
We would ensure that Hyzant does no harm to you, or your people.
Apologies, my lady, but you are in no position to be making such promises. Else we would not be having this conversation.
But
You have the right of it, and for that, I am sorry. However, I implore you to look to the future. Hyzant will stop at nothing to see you return to the source. That much is plain. If they were to decide we were no longer of use, they would crush us and attack this village shortly after.
However, if we were to gain the trust of Hyzant's most powerful, then we would be better positioned to see all the Roselles saved.
And how much suffering would be made to endure until that day came. How many of us would fall? The future may look bright from your position, but we are not accustomed to such lofty heights.
Jerome, please.
Enough, Lord Saranawa. He clearly isn't interested in listening to reason.
We've got other ways of making him cooperate, though.
The sun has set, but on the morrow this matter will be decided, one way or the other.
If you would stoop to force us from our homes, we will not be made to leave without a fight.
No, it will not come to that. We'll find a way that makes every party satisfied. Please just allow us to speak further.
My lord, I am not deaf to your pleas. In fact, I often dream of the day when we can leave this humble village and walk the city's streets without fear. However, returning to the source would mean sacrificing what little pride we have, what little life we have.
But your dream could be made reality. We would fight to see you free.
And then how long would we dream in servitude of the day you won it?
Jerome, you said my mother's name before. Were you well acquainted with her?
I was not, unfortunately. My parents, however, often spoke at length of her inspiring leadership at the time of the uprising. Without her, my people would have never made it alive to see the Wolfort domain.
I never knew. I only heard that she fled Hyzant. Not that she had such an instrumental role in the fight for your freedom.
She was a strong woman, in both body and mind. Legend has it, she carved a farewell scar into the statue of the goddess.
The statue that towers over the source. I've never heard that story.
Of course you haven't. Hyzant would never let such blasphemy leave their borders. But we saw it with our own eyes. And so, the story lives on. Lady Orlea roused our people to action with these words, it is told. The Holy State's teachings are false. The goddess's blessing spread across all Norzelia. The blessing of the true goddess. The blessing that shall be the key to the chains that bind our people.
The true goddess? What blessing does she speak of?
Would that I knew. The others tired of fighting, and parted from Lady Orleia to lead a quiet life. A safe life. 'Tis a decision some still regret to this day. Perhaps that blessing would have given us the means to topple Hyzant's tyranny.
It isn't too late to get to the truth of the matter. Tell us what you know of this blessing, and we'll help you find it.
You mean to say you believe the story? Those were simply words used to ignite the fire of a desperate people.
Isn't it at least worth considering?
Lord Serenoa, I'm sorry. I've told you all I know. Now, night has come, and we must rest. For we know not what the morrow shall bring.
Jerome, wait!
I see now you do not stand atop lofty heights. You struggle just as we do for any scrap of salvation.
Leave him be. It seems our survival cannot be bought without sacrifice.
Indeed. All the more reason not to resort to violence.
Do not lose heart, my lord. You may be head of our house, but we all share the burden of consequence for our decisions. If blood is to be shed, then we shed it together. In this, we are of one resolve.
We mustn't resort to anything dire yet. I shall try to make Jerome see reason.
Yes, my lord.
Groveling in the dirt. I suspect we've all been brought so low.
Is it true that a Rosellan village exists within the borders of the Wolford domain?
It is, though I have never been. Lord Simone granted asylum to the Roselle who fled the source.
Then an acquaintance of Lady Orleia's is sure to be among them. Perhaps a visit is in order. I've only the faintest memories of her now. She was my father's mistress, and a Rosellan. She shared the history of her people with me when I was a boy. The details escape me now, of course.
How unexpected. I did not believe you cared a whit for lineage. Else you might have thought twice about using your own sister as a bargaining chip.
Ha! And so you object. Why? On the grounds that you too are a sister? Do you believe you are worth more than your brothers, who gave their lives trying to free you?
I'm worth a damn sight more than the man before me, who toys with the weak to feed his own ego.
Well, well. Clearly, I've underestimated you.
I may be powerless, but I am not weak, and I would endeavor to change the former.
That will do. Frederica feels the same, no doubt. She takes after her mother that way. I should sleep with one eye open, lest you turn on me next.
Huh.
Speaking of, 'tis time we retired. The hour is late. Come, Cordelia.
Very well.
What are you doing out here?
Sleep eludes me.
I must find a way to move Jerome to my way of thinking ere the sun rises.
You've changed, my friend. You've grown. And in such a short time. You are the natural lord of your house. Even in these trying times. Jerome leads his people well too. The depth of his loyalty to them is plain to see. Even Minister Exham acts with duty and purpose. And in his own way, so does Gustadolf. Whether it be for your ambition, for your country, or for your people, you all act with hearts unclouded by doubt. And what of me? A whelp with delusions of vengeance, fumbling to make my meager wishes a reality. All the while, my sister and my subjects suffer, and I am helpless to offer them succor. There is naught I can do but hide behind this mask and take what comfort I can from the company of friends. I am lost.
Roland, I realize times are difficult. But you're too hard on yourself. You bear the heaviest burden of us all.
Nonsense. You share the same burden as I. The lives of many rest on our decisions.
Aye, that is true. But so it is with those who would lead. Yet, this time, the only path I can offer Jerome is one of hardship.
I understand. However, I believe there is no man who intentionally sets out to harm another. And there is no man who is glad to serve at another's beck and call. Yet the wounded and the conquered exist in droves. The powerless are made to serve the powerful, to be tormented at their whims. Such has it ever been. Perhaps it's the way of the world. Perhaps it will twist and distort until it is so, to thwart our efforts to the contrary.
No, we aren't as helpless as you think. We are bound by naught but our own will, and the barbarity of the past can be brought to an end. We will bring it to an end. Not just for the benefit of our own house, but for the good of all. So that the tragedy unfolding in this village never repeats.
Well said. My apologies for being so maudlin. If there is indeed a path to a better world, we shall find it. Together.
Might I join you?
Jerome, how long were you standing there?
Long enough, but you needn't worry. While I am surprised the prince yet lives, I shall keep the news to myself. What interests me more deeply, however, is this path to a better world. How do you propose to find it, Lord Serenoa?
I haven't figured that part out quite yet. I know that it will forever remain hidden if we let it, however. Jerome, this I swear to you now. House Wolford will never draw steel against you and yours.
I believe you. But I also believe that no amount of words will convince us to leave this place. And if we stay here, then you will have forsaken your duty to the Hierophant.
Even if it comes to that, we will not resort to force.
That is heartening indeed. I believe I have taken my measure of you two, and I do not find myself wanting. I shall gather the other villagers in the morning. Then we shall talk openly.
Thank you, Jerome.
'Tis too early to thank me, my lord. I cannot speak as to how the discussions will conclude. However, I shall do all in my power to bring us to a conclusion that avoids bloodshed.
House Wolffort and the Roselle arrive at a fragile understanding through fraught and often heated negotiations. The Roselle naturally refuse to return to the Source. Serenoa, wishing to avoid seeing the Roselle repatriated by force, convinces their young leader Jerome to meet the next morning for further discussion.
No one has come.
'Tis strange indeed. We spread word that all were to meet at first light.
Let us wait a moment longer. The foul weather is surely the source of their delay.
Even so, I expected to find at least one person here when I arrived. I shall see for myself what keeps them.
Jerome! You must help us! House Telior lays waste to the village as I speak.
What? Liar! How dare you deceive us? I swear to you, this is not my doing. Come, we have to put a stop to this. Silvio, what do you think you're doing?
Helping? The Roselle left me no choice when they refused to comply. Surely they will accept their fate once they see the consequences of their defiance.
This is House Wolffort's sovereign land. Cease this senseless slaughter at once!
So it is. For now. But what will become of it when I inform Hyzant of your treachery? I shudder to think of how the Holy One will respond upon hearing you've cast your lot with the Roselle.
It's pissing down like a drunkard. Can we just kill them already?
Hear that? Your time is up, Lord Serenoa. You've played the hero long enough. We shall take the Roselle by force. I trust you've spoken your piece.
No, not quite. I won't see the Rosellan people forced from their homes. Let us show House Telior how we greet invaders of the Wolffort domain.
What?
Lord Serenoa, you would fight for us?
Of course. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. Holy One's order or not, we have no intention of raising arms against the Roselle.
We don't. Someone with less compassion in their heart might have.
Serenoa.
I cannot thank you enough. Let me fight alongside you.
Fools! I knew you would dare to disobey the Holy One's commands!
Looks like this job just got more interesting. What do you want me to do, Silvio?
Kill them, Rufus. Kill them all if you must.
All right. But just so you know, Full service don't come cheap. Block off all paths out of the village. You want a bloodbath? You'll have one. See where your idiotic ideals get you in the afterlife, Serenoa Wolffort.
Hi, can do.
They've already cut off our retreat. There's only one way to protect the village. Defeat every last enemy. We must end this here.
Prepare to die!
Tell me who to kill. I shall protect you. Charge!
Here I come.
For the honor of House Wolffort. Death from above! Let's go then. Gotcha!
I will crush you!
like I'm up.
I shall do what I can. Allow me.
Apologies.
Yes, just like that.
Just you wait.
Let me show you what I've learned. With the powers in me. Let's go! Stay with us.
I will not fail.
Ha! Who's next? I shan't hold back. Your defenses crumble.
For victory! That's it! To work. Might use this.
Here I come.
Prepare to die. I shall have to thank Hyzant for allowing...
Helping out old Hyzant by way of exacting personal revenge?
You will not leave here with your lives.
Close, but not quite. From where shall we strike? I'll make this quick.
I will crush you!
Ha!
Uninvited guests!
It hurts.
Surrender!
I have to do this.
No need to panic.
That plane is dead.
I shall do what I can. Be at ease. Much appreciated.
Oh, they ain't bad.
I cannot lose. Rain, heed my call.
Take... done. But maybe it's...
I won't hold you back. Let your wounds be healed. Keep fighting.
Back at you.
Prepare to face the Dawn Spear. with a single blow! Prepare yourself!
Prepare to die! There is no...
Shameless scoundrels like you have no right to lecture. For victory!
Here! Thank you. They fight something fierce. Here goes.
Face me if you dare. If I must destroy myself,
This battle is
so
ours.
be it.
Darkness engulfs you.
The situation is grim.
Use it. Has my gratitude.
Damn it!
For my people! That did it!
Cool heads shall prevail.
For one and all.
My thanks.
Looks like I'm up. Time to end this.
I fight for peace. Heed my call!
My turn now.
My opponent.
Prepare to die!
Breath? That hit the mark.
On my honor as the Dawn Speaker. Prepare yourself!
You left yourself
well.
out. That hit the mark.
Be easy.
I'll try this.
My turn.
How about this?
Ready. You've left yourself open. For the honor of House Wolford.
Wait your turn. Once more, just as I planned.
This battle is ours. You'll get no mercy from us.
Flee while you have the chance. My sword would like... This will hurt.
May your legacy wither and die!
Back at you. This isn't good.
Let me heal your wounds.
I can keep fighting!
No need to panic.
I've got you one. Well met. Just as I planned.
I can't die! Someone! Anyone! Help me!
I fight for peace. Rain, heed my call! I won't hold you back! May this
I shall not be defeated.
On my honor as the Dawn Spear. Prepare just as I planned.
Charge! My lance strikes true. Forward.
Death from above!
We doing this? I'll send. How
My
about that?
turn!
Nice try. My turn.
This battle is ours.
Take this!
Face me if you dare. Uninvited guests.
Just you wait.
Shall we begin?
Allow me.
Cheers.
Allow me. With the powers in me.
I shan't hold back.
Take this! Looks like I'm up. Slow!
Let's go! Stay with us.
We doing this? My turn. This is where you fall. For the honor of House Wolford.
This battle is ours. Darkness engulfs you.
My turn.
I appreciate it.
For my people!
I shall protect you. You can't save yourself.
Let me heal your wounds.
Allow me. I can keep fighting.
My turn now.
Stay strong. Allow me.
Now then. To work. I won't lose! My last strike's true!
From where shall we strike?
The hunt is on. Lend me your wings, Fluby!
Wonderful. Just wonderful. A dead man can't pay me my dues.
Will you seek your vengeance for him upon us?
Ha! Not for free, I won't. Besides, I ain't gotta lift a finger. You lot are finished. Silvio sent word to the others ages ago, telling them House Wolffort disobeyed orders.
What?
The Hyzantians will be here any minute now. I'd wish you good luck fighting them, but all the luck in the realm won't save you now.
Shall I kill him?
No, let him go. He's not but a mercenary.
In any case, our main concern is the Hyzantian forces.
They charged us with this mission as a test of House Wolffort's loyalty. If they suspect we cannot be brought to heel, they will set upon us with the full might of the Holy State. And we cannot hope to win against their armies.
I know that. There's nothing else left for us to do. Nothing but to fight and die.
Do not abandon hope yet. We must find some way of surviving this together.
There is no such way, my lord.
No. There is one. We go to Hyzant. We trust House Wolffort.
Have you lost your wits, Jerome?
You've seen for yourself, haven't you? Wolffort has never abandoned the Roselle. Not 30 years ago, and not now. They defied the Holy One and fought to defend us. It may take some time, but as long as House Wolfort stands, there's hope for our freedom yet. We'll just have to hold out under Hyzant's thumb until then.
I see no other way for our people to survive. My mind's made up. I'll trust Wolfort, like Jerome says.
Then I shall do the same.
That's right, the key! Find Lady Orlea's key in our stead. That'll secure our freedom. I just know it.
Is this truly what you wish to do?
Whatever Hyzant or the Source has in store for us, we can take it. As long as our allies are out there fighting for us, we will never give up hope. And we can trust you to fight for us, can't we, Lord Serenoa?
Of course. I promise you will be free.
Then we are in your hands.
You sure about this, Benedict?
I have no qualms doing whatever it takes to avert disaster.
Serenoa squarely defeats Silvio and his forces. Jerome and the others are moved by House Wolfort's valiant fight to defend them. But knowing they cannot fight forever, the Roselle decide to place their trust in House Wolfort and agree to relocate to Hyzant. Roselle in tow, Serenoa and his retinue return to the Holy State.
We survived. But what consequences must we now pay?
Worry not, my lady. I shall relay that Silvio died an honorable death in battle. Hyzant is unlikely to raise any questions, so long as we bring the Roselle back as promised.
Indeed. But we must not let Jerome or the others down. They've trusted their fates to us.
Of course. If that key they mentioned truly exists, then we can use it as leverage against Hyzant. After House Wolfort's position is secure, that is.
We must move faster than that. They cannot be forced to suffer for so long.
My lord, Lady Frederica, you have no cause to concern yourselves. I am the one who made the promise, so the responsibility falls upon my shoulders.
That isn't the problem.
A disgraceful trick.
Benedict, I appreciate your motives, but...
It is my duty. Leave the villain's role to me.
You misunderstand. Words must be followed by action and accepting responsibility. That is the Wolfort way. Is that not the very reason you defend our house?
My lord.
Whatever the case, we must first report to the palace. Let us discuss what we shall do after that.
The Holy One has made a decision. The Roselle have returned to the flock, and for that the goddess is pleased. Now they may begin to absolve themselves of their sins and gain true salvation. For your service in bringing this deed to pass, the Holy One has judged you worthy of a title most exalted. You are to be welcomed as one of the Saintly Seven.
That is quite the honor. While I cannot argue the courage of Lord Serenoa's deeds, I wonder if this elevation of station is premature.
Minister Axam, I seem to recall a time not long past when your detractors said the same in regards to you. However, you proved their misgivings to be unfounded, did you not? The Hierophant believes that for Hyzant to prosper, the young must be given the chance to build the foundation for the future.
Of course. My apologies for speaking out of turn.
I have no words to express my appreciation. The goddess may rest assured that I shall treat my new title with all the gravity it deserves.
The Saintly Seven are whole once more, and this marks a joyous occasion for all of Hyzant. May the goddess be with you.
So, have we earned the goddess's mercy?
More than that, in fact. I have been honored with a position as one of the Saintly Seven. After a trying journey, our worries are finally at an end.
That is heartening. The decisions we were forced to make to get here. I pray we never have to repeat them.
You have my word we never will, Frederica.
Good. Then let's return to Castle Wolford. Home at last.
It seems congratulations are in order, my friend. The future of your house is secured.
After much suffering.
That may be so, but you should still hold your head high. Not only have you protected those that serve you, but you have uplifted them to even greater heights.
Perhaps, but my rise to power was built on the sacrifices of many.
Those sacrifices were made purposeful by your judgment, Serenoa. You've grown to meet the changes fate has brought. Thinking back on the day you first met Frederica, I hardly recognize you now.
That day seems so far away now.
Would you go back if you could? Back to those carefree days?
I don't know.
I wouldn't. At first, I would awake every morning with a heavy heart. Images of the peaceful Glenbrook from my dreams lingering in my mind. It was all I could do to simply survive through the day. But our encounter with the Roselle made me realize something. I could no longer live in self-pity. To do so would be to invite a slow and insidious death. I had to make a stand. I had to act. I had to be ready to discard this mask once and for all. My friend, I have a request to make of you, selfish as it may be. Aid me in my fight against Frost. I want you by my side when I see the Archduke laid low.
Of course.
Are you certain it's wise to return to Frost alone, Your Grace? You are needed here.
If Sycris's missive is...
The Holy One has ordered for us to deliver our Elfric to House Wolfort.
And here I thought your research was up.
Perhaps the Hierophant determined it a good chance to test them in the field. They could easily sink an Frosty's ship or two.
And yet I see not a trace of a smile on you.
I never wanted to build...
Yet you don't.
How dare you!
Have a wonderful day.
The audacity of Edor's dog.
Now, let us commence the Congress of Saints. I believe Minister Serenoa had an issue to bring to the collective.
Thank you, Minister Idor. It concerns the trade embargo. This is a plain show of aggression from Esfrost. They mean to weaken us before they strike. That is why we must crush them before they do. I would ask for my pleas to be heard by the goddess.
This is not a matter to be taken lightly, my lord.
Esfrost's declaration was a surprise, to be sure.
But without salt, Esfrost's people will suffer. If they refuse trade, we shall oblige them until they see reason. Let them have their futile posturing.
Apologies for my boldness, but I must urge you to treat this situation with gravity. The Archduke is no fool. There is doubtless an ulterior motive behind this embargo.
Is that so? Such as?
I believe his aim is to crush his enemies in one swift assault, just as in the Salt Iron War.
Esfrost's army would again stoop to such skullduggery? As if our memories are so short. Esfrost and Glenbrook tried the same, at once declaring war and attacking our sacred city. But history remembers their failure.
They sacrificed their honor in vain, as their assault proved impotent against the goddess's shield. Defeat quickly followed.
Indeed, and Gustadolf's memory is as long as anyone's. He would not try again, unless he had a means to bypass the goddess's shield, which I believe now he has.
You cannot mean... They're explosives. The very technology researched by Dragan to aid in mining. I had never considered it could be used in warfare, but the idea is not beyond imagining.
I see. It is clear that to ignore this possibility would be folly. What measure would you suggest we take, Minister Serenoa?
I would bring the fight to Esfrost. Strike first while their plan is yet in its infancy. The Archduke is bold because he commands the strength of Glenbrook. If the Wolffort forces were to take the capital, he would lose that foothold and be forced to retreat. All I require is the leave of the Holy One.
A daring plan, Minister Serenoa. Let us suppose you did win back Glenbrook. Who then would rule over its people? Will you leave Cordelia, assuming she still lives, to sit on the throne as queen?
All reports indicate she is naught but a puppet of Esfrost. We would suffer her rule at her own peril.
And if House Wolffort were to assume the throne, they would be decried as usurpers.
A troubling complication indeed.
I believe I can present your solution. For you see, the second Prince of Glenbrook yet lives. And he stands before you now.
Impossible. Esfrost trumpeted your death across the realm.
Another deception, it would seem. There can be no mistaking those features.
I shall take the seat of power in Glenbrook, and pledge allegiance to Hyzant.
Oh, would that every Council of the Seven were this eventful. For the Prince of Glenbrook to drive Esfrost from his ancestral home, I can imagine no greater justice. But what do you make of this, Your Holiness? Do you find Lord Wolfort's proposition to be a wise one? Understood, Your Holiness. Lord Wolfort, Prince Roland, the goddess has hearkened to your plea and has passed down her judgment. You are to have the full support of Hyzant and her people. Lay Estfrost low and drive back the discord that threatens to engulf Nozelia. If there is aught you require,
we shall bring her glory
for Hyzant.
There is much preparation to be done. Together, we shall bring an end to Esfrost's hubris.
Esfrost and Glenbrook remained strong after declaring a trade stop with Hyzant. Gustadolf sends Erica to Hyzant to deliver...
You wish to lend us Hyzant's new weapon?
Yes, it was a directive from the Holy One. The weapon is one Minister Lila developed in secret.
I compressed a vast quantity of magic into crystal form. We call this weapon Elfric. The blast crystals have yet to be perfected, but they can decimate a castle wall easily enough.
We thank you for your support.
Be forewarned that their power makes them unwieldy in an average battle.
They are not meant to be used on people. Furthermore, we are only giving you a single blast crystal.
Regardless,
Its incomplete nature makes it regrettably tricky to use. But
Aye, lad.
Tough spot we're in.
It is time to approach the scale.
I'm with you.
The way forward is decided. We infiltrate the castle via the hidden passage and take the enemy by surprise.
You will steal into the castle and defeat their commanding officers. I see. So Wolfort chooses to walk a wicked path. That makes you no different than Esfrost.
We do not regret the choice we have made.
Then it is time to see it done. It may very well be our best chance at victory. I must return to Hyzant and see Minister Camsell. Next we meet, you will have both of our armies at your backs.
You have my thanks.
We cannot afford to lose this fight. For Norzelia.
I thought this battle was...
House Wolfort and Hyzant join forces and begin planning Glenbrook's recapture. But with the Norzelia River and the Esfrosti armies in their way, retaking the capital will be no easy feat. Roland proposes they infiltrate Whiteholm Castle and take out the enemy commanders. Though a risky gambit, it is well worth it if they can destroy them all in one fell swoop. Serenoa and the others agree to the plan. In support of House Wolfort, Hyzant's great army marches forth for the first time since the Salt Iron War.
Prince Roland, there is something I'd like to ask you before our mission.
Then ask it.
Why do you really want to infiltrate Whiteholm Castle?
To prevent needless harm to the capital, of course. And to exact revenge with my own hands.
Is that it? Roland, you know you can confide in me.
I want to save Cordelia. She's bound to get caught up in the violence if we launch a full-scale attack. But if we can sneak into the castle, we might be able to get her out. I know this is a war to reclaim our kingdom, but I cannot rid myself of such selfish desires. Contemptuous, is it not?
I understand the burden of leadership. Perhaps it would be easier if we could but purge ourselves of our hearts. But as your vassal, nay, as your friend, I would not want the company of one so void of emotion. We will save Queen Cordelia. Together.
My friend, I cannot thank you enough.
There's but a single longship docked? It would take one blast crystal to destroy, and their escape route with it.
Heard Hyzant send in a massive army. Are we gonna be all right without the Archduke?
I wouldn't worry. Not with General Avlora on our side.
Her I trust. Thalas and Erica, on the other hand, huh.
Shh. Not so loud. Who knows what they'd do to you if they heard that?
So Gustadov isn't here, but Avlora, Thalas, and Erica are.
We do. Instead, we will infiltrate Whiteholm and take out the Asfrosti commanding officers.
And how do you plan to do that? Via some secret passage none but you are aware of?
Just so. The same way we snuck into the castle when the capital fell.
An effective strategy, I'm sure, though recent intelligence suggests Gustadolf has returned to his homeland.
In which case we shall target Prime Minister Thalas and Erica, and General Avlora. We'll have Milo destroy their ship with the blast crystal to prevent them from escaping.
What a devious trick. My favorite kind.
The castle will be easy to take with those three disposed of. Very well then. We shall do it your way.
We would like the two of you to distract the Asfrosti forces with your armies.
When their attention shifts to the front, we will slip into the castle.
Very well. May fortune smile upon us all.
Hyzant's forces have entered Castle Wolfort. It won't be long until House Wolfort makes their move.
Meaning they're coming here? It's hard to believe they'll soon be in the capital again.
My queen, I must advise against considering them allies. Lords, not to mention they're raising arms against the seat of their former sovereign. They want justice. They want...
So you think they seek to make a puppet of me as well?
I do. But you needn't worry. They will not breach this castle so long as I protect it.
Indeed.
A battle is upon us, but fear not. I shall protect you.
General Avlora speaks true. Yet I still want to believe in House Wolfort. Brother, give me strength.
Hyzant and Wolford begin to put their strategies into action. To draw the eye of the Asfrosti forces, the Hyzantian army encircles the crown city of Glenbrook. Meanwhile, Serenoa and his retinue, Elfric in hand, will steal into Whiteholm Castle.
Hyzant's forces are on the move! They're coming for the capital! To your stations!
Minister Exham's created quite the distraction for us.
Let's make for the harbor first. Anna says there's only one longship there. We can use the blast crystal to sink it and cut off their retreat.